We are live.
Yeah, man.
Salutations, crustaceans. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the first annual Humbuckergate live stream
Annual?
2022.
I hope we never do this shit again. Well, not like live stream, but I hope we never have a bass gate ever again.
Base
Yeah,
gate.
bass gate. Noise gate, perhaps.
Noise gate. Yeah.
Gate
Humbucker gate. Hopefully never again.
So welcome one, welcome all to the Humbuckergate live stream where we're going to talk about what's been going on as well as some huge updates and how you all, if you're owners of the G2220 over here, if you purchase it new, you have some reparations in order for you from the Fender entities. And we'll be talking about that later. So first and foremost, just welcome everybody. Let's introduce the gang that we have here. Is it the same for everybody? To my left, right? I don't know. This over here. This is Mr. Amp the bass player. How are you doing, my friend?
I am great. Just catching some dinner. I just got off work, so I gotta multitask here.
And below me, we have Mr. Bully the Kid.
Hello and welcome.
Pills.
I know, right? It's the voice. You just gotta slide on in there.
Diagonal over here, we got the diagonal dibble.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Johnny
the
Dibble.
diagonal dibble.
Representing the UK very early in the morning. It's about 2:30 a.m. here right now, which is great. Feeling great. Very happy to be here. Thank you.
Well, thank you for interrupting your beauty sleep to join us this wonderful evening. So,
sorry, Dibs.
It's already begun.
I will take the blame for this because I work super late. This is all my fault. So I appreciate you being flexible on my behalf.
Of course. So I think we should get right into it. The first and foremost, let's just do a quick recap. What exactly happened? What is going on with this? Humbuckergate. So the Gretsch G2220 here, which Bully also has that pink one, and Mr. Dibble, is that, you still have it? Yeah. You have yours as well?
How ironic that all of you guys have one and I don't, but I'm the one that was like, this is one of the best basses of the year.
I listen to you, so if anything, that means your opinion means something to me.
I'm persuasive, but not very
I
bright.
mean, you're an influencer. That's kind of the thing we do here, right? Right?
So, yeah, I think that's what we do.
I mean,
influence. This is not the bass you're looking for. Move along.
No, this is definitely the bass I'm looking for. So let me just throw this out here. I like this bass. At the end of this conversation, it's a solid small bass. Like, it's a solid travel bass. I just want to throw that out there before
absolutely. So
all
we never
of the blasphemy happens. It's a good bass. So
absolutely, like, and I said that as well. That it doesn't really. It doesn't take away that it still sounds good, and I've never had any issues with the sound. Like, I never thought, oh, I'd really need, like, the sound of this doesn't sound right. Like, it does suit the sound of the bass, but
you could call the pickups like they're quantum pickups, and it wouldn't change. Like, it would still just be the same bass. Like, that the quality of the bass, or even just the price of it, has not been the crux of this whole issue, I don't think.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just the misappropriation of naming the pieces of equipment in this whole thing that makes it trash, you know?
Yeah.
So if you didn't tell me that this was a mini humbucker and that it's actually a short scale jazz bass, If you didn't tell me that, I would still jam on it. Like I didn't know that, and the review that I did was very unique to me, and that's really how I felt pulling it out of the pack and plugging it in. So it's very different. I'm gonna fall back because I just kind of just interjected my own opinion in the middle of everything, but we'll get to that now.
Oh, good.
I'll just shut up.
So to recap, we got this G2220 here, and I plugged it in, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of noisy. Now, I do have a noisy electrical environment with lights and computers, so if a bass is going to be noisy, it's going to be noisy here. Essentially, this is the trial grounds, if you will. And I'm like, okay, why is this noisy? And it seems to be 60 cycle hum. I'm moving around a bit, noticing some interestingness. And also, it's persistent with both pickups on, so I decided to take both pickups out. It says bridge on both of them. So they're not reverse wound, reverse polarity like you find in most like single coils, like a jazz bass with both pickups together. They're humbucking, they're hum canceling. But with these, it was persistent. So that was one thing that got to me. And then I'm like, okay, well, even if they are the same pickup, why aren't they making noise if they're humbuckers?
Right.
So we got the magnetic paper out. And we saw that, okay, it's just a single coil, but it could be stacked. It could be a messed up stacked humbucker. Then we got the Dremel out, and that was it. We opened up the pickup, and we saw that it was a single coil pickup. We had a lot of interesting comments, especially from folks on the Gretsch forum, who are suggesting that, it's a magic embedded humbucker with a coil inside the coil. It's invisible coil.
Yeah.
Look, here's some patents from lace pickups. So this is just like a lace pickup. It's like, laces are high-end pickups. Why you're saying that they put that in a $300 Gretsch from China? Really?
Yeah. There's that.
So there's a lot of flack and whatnot going on from
but you actually took it apart and did a reel of it was just one bar, not even like a stacked bar, just one ceramic bar with bobbin around magnets, not half looped, one full loop around all the magnets. Like you got to take in everything that happened in that little short video. Like I was like,
so, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the math says one is single, right? One coil.
One is definitely one equals one in most scenarios. In fact, I would venture to say all scenarios.
I don't know, because whenever I make a decision for me, that my wife has the cosign, and we're supposed to be one, right? I don't be wanting to do stuff she wants to do, so. Are we?
Sometimes you're like this, but you want to be like this.
Yeah, we're in the same polarity, and I'm just like, bro, I just don't want any noise. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Why are you bucking my hum, bro? We're here, right?
Better hucking your bum.
Change your tone, bro. Just turn down the tone. It won't be as much noise or hum. If you just change the is she here?
So,
she's not here. She's not here. Okay. I had to check.
So that's pretty much where we left it. I had the reel showing the pickup, and that was it. I kind of just let the fart go into the wind and see where it went, and it spread quite a bit. And people
it's gone up some noses.
It got up some noses for sure, and it apparently got to the right noses, because within a couple weeks of me making that video, Gretsch updated their website within 2 weeks.
Did they? So you verified this?
In fact, let's do a little screen share right now.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's my type of petty. Yes.
Let's do this over here.
This is why we are here.
Share.
Also, while you get that together, let me ask you a question. Why do they only have 2 basses in their line? And would you like to see a 5-string bass of this variety?
So I can see a couple more basses on their website. To me, they've got one. Oh, I mean,
All I've seen is 2.
They've got 4 different semi-hollows on my screen.
Yeah, they have the Tom Hamilton. They got the other hollow body one. I'm not too huge into the Gretsch line, so I don't know for sure. But here we are on the site, and now it says a pair of Gretsch single coil bass pickups deliver thundering sound, which can be commanded with 3-position pickup toggle switch, master volume, master tone.
Screw you, lobster! It says.
And then over here, Gretsch single coil bass pickups. And I had a whole screen capture video in my initial thing that's showing that it was humbucker, so they changed it. But here's the thing: they've been making this bass for 10 years now.
12 years, but yeah.
Let's dive into that a little bit deeper, because on the Talk Bass forum, as well as people reached out to me, we had seen a lot of different examples throughout the years. Not just the example like Bully's example and Dibble's example, but other people reached out saying that they purchased this bass and they got the paper and they were showing, it's the same pickup. Maybe had between half a dozen to a dozen, with years ranging from, I believe, as early as 2013 all the way up to present. All of them had the pickup. So it's not like it's a spec change where, they just, it's a small batch. I mean, they've always been making it like this.
So I was just checking out some retailers to see if, it's all very well them updating it on their website, but are the retailers still listing it as humbuckers? Have they sent the message out? It looks like they have.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a ripple effect, and I think retailers are probably going to be next to update their stuff. Now, I see a comment here. Let's show the comment here. Fender Rip replies saying that they never intended to mislead anyone. And I can believe that to a certain extent, but you can't treat a company like a person. You can't say that the company never intended to mislead someone, because
it's one entity. Yeah,
they did mislead you. So regardless, you can't say that a company has intent, an organization, really, for something like this, unless they're all like, let's all give them single coils instead of humbuckers, when that's clearly not the case.
So I think worth mentioning at this point is that part of the issue here is that this feels like a cost-saving measure, because humbuckers are more expensive of a pickup than a single coil.
Yeah.
So it's not just like that it's wrong. It's that, the right, or the actual reality is that we are getting a cheaper pickup. So it looks, just from like a purely like an optic standpoint, it looks like they were ripping people off.
Yeah. So morality, right? You have this thing, and we can't verify that it was actually the thing that they advertised at the very beginning, because as far as we know back 12 years or so plus, it's been this, right? You said you had somebody that bought a bass way back when, bought the magnetic paper, and they verified the same thing that you said when you bought the bass last year or this year, right? So who knows if it actually was mini humbuckers? Nobody knows. And also, if we're talking about logistics, trying to put a mini humbucker in that casing, in that housing, in that location.
They made them. They used to make them for the single pickup model had a humbucker. It's the same style pickup.
Yeah, is it not the same enclosure size as the Gibson
same enclosure? Yeah,
humbucker pickups.
The mini Firebird or whatever.
Yeah.
It's supposedly around the same side.
Yeah.
Same
okay,
side.
I didn't know that there was anything that they were like. I didn't know that there was a thing that they're imitating and said it was, but just an offshoot of the Gibson thing. I just assumed that they came out the gate line. That's what I assumed. I didn't know. I didn't do any research. Again, I like my bass. I don't really care. that much.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like, do they really think that them having it as single coils is, people aren't going to buy this product if they don't think it's humbuckers? The product speaks for itself, and
Kind of, but
people
like,
are always referring to Mike Kerr from Royal Blood as well. Being like, oh, if it's good enough for him, then it's good enough for me.
well, here's the thing. I didn't know about this bass until y'all brought it up. I didn't know to even look for this bass until you all brought it up. Gretsch wasn't on my radar for basses. They were on my radar for drums, but they weren't on my radar for basses. So it could be a lot of the same type of energy. Who knows? That's just me talking to you. So
that's a great point, though, to bring that up, because that does impact us as influencers / content creators. We're the ones who are putting ourselves out there with these instruments and either recommending them, not recommending them, talking about them, and representing them a certain way. So, I mean, it's our job also to kind of do that due diligence, but it's also the company's job to kind of do their own due diligence before we have to do ours. But at the end of the day, like, it impacts us, because if we're saying this has mini humbuckers, and then people are like, "Oh man, this is a noisy ass bass," like, what, you recommended it, and it's like,
now you got to make more videos. Yeah, like, so
it undermines your credibility in a way.
Yeah,
that part. And do you want to take that information off of the internet? Because you can say misinformation, but it still sound the part, and somebody can fall in love with the bass just off of the sound. So do you strip that bass off of the internet because of misinformation, or do you just let it be out there in the internet and then make another video fixing it, fully understanding that people that watch the first video may not watch the fixed video, right? So it's kind of a catch-22 once you release it into the atmosphere. You can't do anything to the internet after it's out there, I'm gonna shut up. I've been talking a lot.
I think there was a comment that came through that I think is worth bringing up. The guy he said it was 310 Media 744 on the chat there. It says, over the last 10 years, how many people called and complained about the hum to Gretsch and just got ignored? I think that's worth bringing up too.
That is a great question.
Because there was a guy on the TalkBass forum thread who had pretty thoroughly documented his various interactions well before Will ever had the bass, and he got the runaround. Like, they didn't want to deal with him, and because he was just one dude that did not have any kind of an online following, he didn't get anywhere. Like, it was only after this video kind of blew up, and they were, saw, oh crap, a lot of people know. Now we have to do something.
Now we need to say something. Oh man.
They're like, what issue? I don't know what you're talking about. No idea.
Exactly. Oops. And on that thread, so there was that one guy who thoroughly documented his back and forth with Fender support. I believe there was another person whose instrument was destroyed because they deemed it a defective instrument, and they gave him a new one that had the same issue.
The same thing. That's hilarious.
There were several people who said, yeah, I ended up returning it because I was driving myself crazy trying to figure out, why it was so noisy with these humbuckers. So I'm not saying it's an issue for everybody, but it matters to some people, and the misrepresentation did impact people in some way. It's not that, it's detrimental to every single bass player, but this impacts the credibility of the company. This impacts the credibility of stores, retailers, and it impacts the credibility of people like us who review instruments and do our best to recommend quality instruments to you guys out there.
Man, I shouldn't look at these comments, man, because somebody just said something. Didn't see BTK slap it.
Now the gears are turning. The gears are turning.
I mean, it's right there, mate.
Wait, did you really not?
I don't think I did. I think I traded that out for the dibble and used the pick. I think I did.
I mean, I'm glad I'm having
Let me tell
some
you
kind of
something.
influence. But
hey, man, we've all been dibbled at some point. Can I use your name as a verb? I don't.
Yeah, I think you can, as long as you're like crediting me at the end and like staring at the camera and saying subscribe now to Johnny Dibble. Then yeah, that's fine.
Oh snap! Well, let me bring it in real close. Hold on. Hi.
Oh no.
We've all been dibbled at some point, right? Subscribe, Johnny Dibble. His information is in the description. Also, subscribe to Amp, the bass player, and Low End Lobster. This is his channel. It's not mine. I thought it was for a split second. It's not. It's a thing that we're doing.
I am going to cut that out, and that is going in every video.
Had to bring it in, make it sexy real quick. You know what I'm saying? Got to come with the voice, you know. That's buttery smooth. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So John here has a good comment saying that it's not about the single coil humbucker issue. It's about the integrity and loss of trust in Fender. And I agree. And I think that the fact that it's been documented, someone else had already reached out to them about this issue, and there's a big back and forth. And it seemed like they weren't being taken seriously as the consumer. You don't need to have a YouTube channel you shouldn't have to have a YouTube channel like us in order to have some sort of effective change when something is wrong. And other companies have avenues to reach out to them and correct things. They have customer service, and that's something that it looks like had been lacking quite a bit. I sent an email initially on April 2nd to Gretsch saying, hey, here's an issue. I haven't made a video or anything yet, but I wanted to let you know. And I got crickets. I didn't even get a response. So at that point, after seeing that other people were having a similar thing, I already gathered evidence in terms of other people showing the magnetic paper, me opening up my own pickup.
Then you got pissed. you reached out to me and I was like, oh, is it really? And then I started going through my video and I was like, it is humming. Oh no, because if in my video, I didn't have these on. So I didn't hear the hum from my interface. I didn't hear anything because, it's just in open space. But if you go direct audio, then you hear everything directly from the bass to the amp to the interface. And I didn't catch that. So whenever I went back, I actually had to address, oh, snap, this is actually a thing. Like, it's a thing. I went and soloed the pickups and stuff like that. And it was a thing. And I was like, oh, I don't want to throw these cats under the bus. I really like this bass, but I gotta do it because lobster's coming. And I seen this about to happen. I was like,
quick question here. So after you had initially emailed them and then got nothing, then you published the video. Did they ever come back to that email that you had initially responded to?
No, I haven't gotten a response since. I've gotten no response. There's been no official announcement or anything from Fender or Gretsch.
I was looking for a press release or anything.
To you, nobody ever said anything to you. So their changes on the internet is a response to the popularity of your video, but they never addressed you in your email. Which
didn't even offer me free swag or anything.
your face is on a dartboard in their office.
Yeah, it's basically that, which is really interesting. So everybody that's in your circle, we might be on the hit list.
So Michael down here is asking, were the covers soldered on? And yes, so it's a very, you see this kind of pickup construction on cheap humbucker, like the Harley Benton Rickenbacker thing. That neck pickup had a very similar housing construction where it was kind of just soldered together, and you could just Dremel the solder joints open and then just pop it, and it's full of wax. There was a lot of wax in that Gretsch pickup. A lot of wax. It was interesting. Reminded me, you guys ever have braces and you have to put the wax on the braces so it doesn't shred up your gums? Reminded me of that. I'm just like, if I had kids and they had braces, this
would be a bad time.
That's why I don't have kids. I would be a terrible parent.
I really don't think you would be, because you have the ability to love and take care of all your bases, but you know, whatever you decide, it's what you decide, and that's fine. But I don't believe that. You're too nice of a person to like not love. Shut up, lobster. I'll punch you, dude. Like I'm gonna give you all this softness, but also my name is Bully, bro.
It's his brand to be an asshole.
Yeah,
so
bro.
We have a comment here. Didn't they offer some people $100 for merch for people who complained? And that brings us to our next topic.
That's George Costanza. No, don't just run past that like that's not George. Bro.
Levels. No. Was that George or was that Kramer?
Jerry, they're selling a single coils instead of humbuckers, Jerry.
It was cold in the pool.
The pickups had shrinkage.
Shrinkage.
The coils, they shrunk.
Shrinkage. It's all shrinkage.
This is lost on me.
Oh, you don't know Seinfeld? Oh, so the shrinkage thing is this. It's very quick.
No. He took health class.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm sure you understand. You may not have to do this because you have the dibble, you know. But he hopped out of the pool, and when he hopped out of the pool, a lady walked into the locker room, not knowing that he was in there, and she caught him with his pants down. And because of the cold water, everything drew into his body. So what she seen was not his best presentation. And it was a huge thing of shrinkage. And he was like, I'm gonna get her back. So they was like, hey, don't go in there because she's changing in there. He was like, great, won't go in there.
Next
gonna
week,
go right on in
Seinfeld.
Gonna go right on in there. And he, you know, so that's in a nutshell. That's what that whole episode was. So
thank you.
Thank you for that. So
English comedy lost on the English.
To the comment down below, didn't they offer some people $100 for merch? Not some people. If you out there have purchased a Gretsch G2220 brand new, and you have the serial number and a proof of purchase via like a receipt, online receipt or something, you can reach out to Gretsch support, and I'll be making a separate small update video later this week to summarize this. But you can reach out to Gretsch support, and I don't care if I'm saying Gretsch wrong. They're the ones who got the pickups wrong. I don't care about my pronunciation. Like,
I mean, pronunciation's one thing. I just hope that like everybody misspells it forever.
Yeah. Gretsch.
Dude, I have to look at it when I spell it because I don't want to put the T in front of the S. I don't know. Gretsch. Is there a T? Gretsch.
The T's at the end. It's the silent T.
With this bass, I have no clue what the order of the name is either. Like, I'm always like Junior Jet Electromatic 2 G22222220. I think that's what it's called.
This is a totally separate topic, but people like bass makers, guitar makers, they need to stop naming their basses the serial number. Stop it. Just fucking stop.
Well, looking
just
at you,
give it a name.
Jeremy Clarkson should name all the
serial numbers are not names.
Yeah.
Stop.
Looking specifically at you, Ibanez.
Yeah.
They have a thing where they do like a series, and that's cool. They have a rhyme and reason, right? 506 is the 500 series 6-string, right? 505, 504. Ibanez EHB 1005. Okay, maybe electric. Yeah, that's the thing. Here's the thing. So you say EHB electric headless bass, 1005, 1000 series and 5, seafoam green or metallic
SE all-wheel drive turbo.
GTI.
It's
GTI.
way too. It's way
Touring.
too much, bro. It is way too much, man. Sport. It's way too much. It's
XE.
It's a lot, bro. And also, like, you know,
I feel like they should use sport more in guitar and bass names.
Yeah, sport mode.
Also, while
sport
we're
mode
here,
switch.
Fender jazz bass sport.
That's what they should start calling the active preamps. Sport mode.
Go ahead and send me that EHB again because I need to slap on it. Sorry.
Bring it back around to the
Only if you can recite all the
$100
initials
here.
that are in the model name.
Hold on.
So
yeah, I'm gonna mute myself. Give me 1 second.
So as we were saying, Fender is offering $100 towards Gretsch gear, or if you press them, Fender gear in general, anything Fender. If you've purchased this bass and have a proof of purchase and your serial number, they will give you $100 worth of stuff. We have mixed feelings of this because on one hand, free stuff, but on the other hand, some of the Gretsch gear is like t-shirts and mugs and like, hey, I'm a walking advertisement for the company that was misleading me this whole time.
I don't know, man. These leather stools.
Yeah, I gotta hop on board.
Though.
I gotta hop on board for the leather stool. Like, I can't use it. I have no reason to have it. But if you're gonna send it to me, then I'm
looking at this product page. It's just like patches and t-shirts and shot glasses and just your standard slap a logo on it fare.
Let's say you were like, oh, I actually kind of want to get a different bass from Gretsch. Good luck. This is the only one under $1,000.
Oh, I wasn't even aware they had another bass.
Yeah,
dude, I thought they only had two. Like they had the hollow body joint. What is it? The L? What's the real one? Like the one that everybody uses. Lobster, you got one. What's the name of the damn bass, dude? There's two Gretsch basses, and then like you have a semi-hollow that you compared this bass to. The Jack Cassidy?
Oh, the Jack Cassidy.
Oh,
yeah.
there's
Dibble just did his video on it.
Yeah, that's an Epiphone. There's you had a red hollow body on there. What one was that?
That was the Guild. The Guild.
That's what
Starfire 1, 2.
Yeah.
You don't have the Gretsch hollow whatever.
I never had any other. This is my first and probably last Gretsch.
Dude, I'm kind of let down because they have the ability to make quality instruments. Like I just released a video today highlighting another company that's not affiliated with the Bullyverse at all or Lobster Co. I don't know what you call the Crustacean Nation. I don't know what you call your shit. They're not affiliated at all, but like they're just dope players like Rabia and Pete Honray. Like they're just good. And they were playing Gretsch guitars. So they have the ability to make quality dope instruments, but kind of just like fumbled at the 3-yard line on this one. Like, I don't know.
And
so who do you blame? Do you blame Gretsch or do you blame Fender?
Some people have been saying, it must be that marketing intern or somebody didn't do their job right. But
I don't take that.
A lot of people not doing their jobs. It's a
you know how many handshakes?
A lot of steps here between.
Yeah, you know how many handshakes have to happen before a product hits the floor for merchandising?
Absolutely.
A prototype has to come out. It has to be demoed. It has to be approved, right? That approved demo product has to then go into mass production, right? There's no way you're going to mass produce a pickup and not see this.
No, that
There's no
copy
way.
with the ads and all of the specs would have been proofread so many times. Like you say, because it's going, they knew how big this bass is going to be.
Not to mention
with the price of it.
Not to mention through human interaction, Lobster still got a double bridge bass guitar.
They're all double bridge. We have not seen a single neck pickup on, and people have been taking them out and flipping them. Check yours. I bet you'll see double bridge as well. Oh, he's doing it right now on stream.
Wait, slap it first.
No, man, I don't care about slapping this. I can bring in let's do it. Why not? Go ahead. Continue.
So yeah, double bridge pickups. We haven't seen a single neck pickup. And the kicker is, they used to make the single pickup model with the humbucker in the same housing. So it's not like the pickup doesn't exist. It's not like there's no humbucker, like, oh, it's just they put in the wrong pickup. They have the right pickup. It exists. So this seems like, how do you manufacture an entire model with the wrong pickup? That's a blunder and a half, if anything. So either you're really mad at your job, or
if you do it, why would you label it as a bridge pickup on the pickup? You get what I'm saying? If you're gonna mess up, why wouldn't you hide it? Right? No,
I suspect that the people installing the bass probably don't read English.
So which one do I need to check? Is it
both of them?
Ooh, that's a good little twist. Yeah, that's a good twist.
In fact, I posted about this live stream on my Instagram today, and one of my friends who works for Fender, just for anonymity's sake, I won't say any more than that, but he said that, like, based on his interactions within the company, he's really surprised that anything like that could happen, because Fender's accountability and leadership style is such that they keep pretty good track of things. So his speculation is, which is just, more speculation from somebody who is not inside the situation enough to really know, is that there was probably some supplier or factory manager at one of the plants in Asia that decided that they could save money by putting single coils in there rather than the humbuckers. I would imagine that, like, the demo unit that they initially produced, especially because they did have the single pickup version that did have a humbucker, so that bass probably existed at some point, but then some guy just saw an opportunity to save a buck and then did that and didn't get caught for a long time.
Yeah, some guy on the production line is like, oh no, I've ordered the wrong thing. Oh well.
How am I going to offload 3 million of these wrong pickups? Well, don't tell nobody.
And I'm also wondering, like, I forget, were these always made in China, or were they made in Indonesia initially, and then was it moved to China? I forget. I have a picture of the back of the headstock someone sent me from a 2013 model. Let me see. You're with me. Who's the guy? What's his name?
All right, while you get that together, I just took these pickups out. They're both bridges. They say it on the actual cavity. It's pretty wild.
Here we go. Oh, it's still made in China, 2013. Yeah. Okay, so looks like these have always been made in the same spot. I'm assuming, at least.
What happens if I turned it upside down? Does that take away the hum? No.
Nope. No, because it has to be reverse wound, reverse polarity. So if you just swapped the wire, the hot and the ground, they would be out of phase, but then still reverse.
So the bottom line is, what you're saying, Lobster, is that you can modify the existing pickups and get worse sounds.
Yes, you can make it worse. Just a little bit of elbow grease.
Yeah,
that's what I normally do with any basses that I mod. I mod them and go, well, I like it less now.
Really?
Whoops.
Hold on, man. I've seen some aesthetic stuff you've done with the 101 Dalmatian basses you had?
What on earth is that?
Like it's a black pick guard with a white pickup.
Oh, okay.
Oh, your signature thing, the
Yeah,
You got a thing.
two-tone pickups.
It's not a shot at you. I like it. I just didn't think of it first, so I'm kind of hating.
Yeah, like aesthetic changes, like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
great. But I've done like pickup changes and like bridge changes before and gone, well, don't like this now. Guess I'm going back.
Yeah, you play a dangerous game modding basses. I'm kind of the opinion that if you like the bass, don't mess with it.
No,
like
absolutely
not.
Absolutely like, that's my whole thing.
No.
Yeah, I hate all my basses. That's why I mod them.
I love all my basses. That's why they got to catch this mod action.
Spoiler: I don't even play bass.
That's a lie. I learned your freaking bass lick. I learned it. Spoiler alert. I'm going to do his bass licks on my channel.
That gig 3 weeks ago, I wasn't even there.
Wait, we were talking about astral projecting earlier. Is that what that was?
Nah, man.
I want to be a bass player.
Nah, man.
I need gigs.
I didn't do anything with his ass. What's going on?
Hello?
So Slappin' Funk is asking here, did the 2013 have singles too?
That's not the first thing you start up with, bro. Slap Funk. I said I do it.
Slappin' Funk. It's the guy's name. It's his name. His spaghetti monster given name.
I don't like this. Open the gate.
Respect for the Pastafarians out there.
You say Pastafarians?
Yeah, he just referenced the spaghetti monster.
Yeah, he'll be the spaghetti monster and all his.
Yeah, that's a quality
Weenie Glory.
You know, I take pride in knowing about all the world religions.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah.
No, not for that. Not for that.
Yeah, so to answer Mr. Slappin' Funk, that's his name, his question, does the 2013 have the singles too? The answer is yes, it appears so.
Probably.
It appears so.
Well, because everybody that you've polled or interacted with that has had this bass from any year, all of them have been the same, right? We've noticed
every single one has been
zero deviations from the problematic one that you got.
We have yet to see a neck pickup, and we have yet to see a humbucker in any of these basses from the factory. People have modified these with TV Jones pickups, and a set of TV Jones pickups costs as much as the bass. So
I was just searching YouTube to see if there's any like demos of mods that people have done to actually hear if it's something we want, like, or is it better as it is?
I would think that EMG has something for it.
So someone put EMG 35s. They just widened out the cavity a little bit, but I think they make guitar-sized bass pickups. Those will fit in here without the surround, without the black surround thing. So they'll just be sitting in there. I'm kind of tempted, but it all depends on, I guess, the full resolution of this. I actually filmed a full review of the bass, and I just didn't do it. Instead, I released my other
I thought you weren't going to do that. Like, I thought you
video. It was filmed, and then at the end of the video, I'm like, I'm not going to give this a rating because of this pickup shit. And then I'm like, no, I'm not even going to release the video. I'm not even going to show people how it sounds because that'll be like advertising for this bass, and I am not going to give any positive press to this instrument until this is fixed.
So let me ask you this: do you like the bass as a single coil pickup bass?
It's okay. Like, really? I'm not like, whoa.
It's $300, short scale, really groovy, very comfortable, travel size.
So how many people here have tried it up against the Squier Classic Vibe Mustang? Because if someone's looking for short scale,
That's not a good fight. That's not a good fight. Let me tell you what the good fight is. If you put that up against the U5, if you put this bass up against the U5, it's gonna get blasted out of the damn water. But
the Sterling by Music Man and the G&L also.
Oh, G&L maybe, but the Sire U5 versus this bass would be a Holyfield and Tyson fight, because there's going to be people that like different things about it, but ultimately that
U5 is superior in every way. Every way. Fit and finish, hardware, electronics, everything about the U5 is like mwah. For like a $500 short scale, you get like the quilted maple top, you get the
freaking roasted maple neck.
It's not roasted maple on the U5. It's just a regular maple, but
I didn't get that one. Was it the fretless one?
No, that's the V5. That's full scale. The U5, you got the U5 too, but that was the short scale. PJ.
I think I like the fret. I think I like the I mentally
fretless one.
The fretless one as the U5. Like I just took it and put it. He has a fretless bass. Sire fretless bass, and that mother.
I love this.
You changed the pickups?
Listen, no, it's always the DiMarzios.
No, I didn't have those in my video.
So filthy.
Oh no! I changed it after, but didn't I bring this to Nam?
Son of a biscuit! They had a pick guard on there too.
Yeah, I took it up.
Oh, send it
I'm
back.
Jacko now. Look at me. Bow, 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 bow.
I hate you. I hate you.
So the question here. So say you wanted a short scale bass with dual single coil pickups. Is there an equivalent? Because I'm looking. I actually just typed in short scale humbucker because just whatever, and the Gretsch is the first thing that still comes up on Sweetwater. But like it doesn't seem like there are a whole lot of alternatives that are similar, right? Because G&L has the Fallout, but it's a single pickup bass. And then of course you have the Mustang, but that's a PJ, as is the U5.
The Rumble Cat Epiphone.
Oh, the Rumble Cat. Or there's the what is it? The Nordstrand one? Is that a dual single coils? It's got some weird stuff.
But that's also like $900.
Yeah. Not even close to the same price point at all.
There's the similar shaped as well. Those but those are Nordstrand singles. What else? Nothing in the style. I know. So the Epiphone, Rumble Cat.
Maybe a Dan Electro.
Danos use the lipsticks. So those are Kent Armstrongs. Those are Korean. I guess these are Korean pickups too. BHK is a Korean brand. But yeah, actually, I used to have a Dano. I wish I made a video on it because I sold it and I didn't make a video on it. Now I'm regretting it because it was sweet for like $500. It was this little tiny short scale and it sounded massive. And it was like, it played nice. Everything was good about it. It was just tiny and weird.
I'm
the
just gonna throw that out there. This thing sounds huge and small. So that's another thing that's a plus for this bass. Like listen, I'm gonna slap it. If it's got strings and I hear a beat, I'm gonna slap it. And I don't give a dang about anybody's feelings. I don't. Guitar, violin, cello, double bass, suck it. It's about to catch these thumbs. That's how I feel. About to catch these thumbs. That's how I feel.
So to get back on topic,
I'm sorry,
because we veered off quite a bit. I did too. Don't worry. We were talking about the reparations from Fender and Gretsch and our thoughts and opinions of what it is. So just to recap, everybody who's here, Gretsch has essentially admitted that they messed up. And how they admitted this is they've changed their website to now say that these basses have single coils. And owners of this bass who have purchased this bass new, who have their sales slip or whatever, either receipt, online, anything, can reach out to Gretsch support through their website. And they're offering $100 of Gretsch gear. And if you push them, they'll give you anything from Fender valued up to $100 or give you $100 credit towards something. So $100 on one hand, free stuff. On the other hand, I don't know. I want to hear everyone's thoughts on this. So let's start with you, Amp.
Yeah, like what do I want them to do to fix it?
No, just your thoughts on their response, essentially. On how do you feel about, hey, here's $100 for Gretsch gear?
Well, first of all, I think it's bullshit that they haven't like admitted fault like publicly. I think that it's really annoying that they haven't even like responded to your email, because it was surely your video that spurned the awareness of the whole thing. So I think at a minimum, that's what I think they need to do, is say like, hey guys, hey world, we messed up. Sorry, we're going to fix it. We're going to do these things to ensure that it doesn't happen again. Like, they need to publicly acknowledge that they fucked up. And I think I said this when you first like hit me up on Discord about it. It's like, I think they're just going to very quietly like change the descriptions and then pretend it never happened, which I think is a cowardly thing to do.
Yep. I agree. Next up, Mr. Dibble, what do you think?
I totally agree with that. But then also for me, the £100 or $100, it's especially when everything else on their website costs so much, it seems like a bit of an insult sometimes when you're like, oh yeah, but this will encourage you to spend more money with us. And like, that's the whole business model behind gift cards and discounts and stuff like that, so that you'll go in and
just
spend
enough
more
to get
on else.
just enough to get your beak wet, but you can't really get anything else besides.
Yeah, but they're still selling a product to you, so
Yes.
I feel like if it was that, or like a refund for it, like you could send it back. I mean, sure, you could probably do that anyway if you're not happy with it, but then that might be a bit better. Or like every base they sell, you get $100. I think everybody would be happy with that.
Well, like in similar situations, what have other companies done when they've had to do like a recall or something like that? Or like everybody gets paid out, and it's probably not very much, but that's probably like what needs to happen here. Because like giving people $100 credit is, I hate it. I hate it. Nobody likes that. But like I would rather get like, okay, we're going to send everybody a check who bought this base, and I would rather get like a $1.25 check than to get a $100 credit to spend more money with them.
It's strange. I think it's because the money that you spend is tied up with the retailer and not directly with them most of the time. So that's where they're like, oh yeah, but now we can't technically raise this PO and get this to you in a way, because it'll be wrapped up in some bullshit like that. Because I know I've had it before with it might be a bit different, but I had a courier lose a base, and they still don't have it. It got delivered to the wrong place in the end after going back and forth, and somebody stole it.
Oh no.
Yeah, but and then they're like, well, we're not liable technically, because the person that bought it, that paid for this is liable, and then we're not. And then it went back and forth, for ages, kind of thing. So because I hadn't paid them any money directly for it, they were like, even though it was their service, they were like, not us, you can't do anything. I was like, oh, great. Like I said, I don't know if it's not really directly comparable, but it reminds you of that kind of thing where they're like, well, the money's not tied up with us, so we can't really give you money back. So
It's
such,
wow, geez, we'd really love to help, but we're not gonna.
But we just can't.
Bully, what do you think about the $100 credit?
So I'm gonna piggyback off of what both people that went before me said. You using the $100 credit encourages you to spend more money with the company. And at this moment, if you have this credit, that's not exactly what the hell you want, right? Like, let's just step back, right? So if they gave you $100 back because what they sold you wasn't what it was, right? So you paid $300 for the base as a base, buying a mini humbucker base, right? A dual mini humbucker, right? right? $300, right? Okay, cool. They give you $100 back. What you have is a travel bass that is very solid at $200.
Is it $200 though? Because that's not $100. You can't use that $100 anywhere else.
Here's the thing. They gave you that money back. So the fact that they said they have to do it in credits is trash. But if they said, hey, we're going to refund you $100 because what we advertise isn't what you got, I would still be happy with this. I'm happy with this bass right now. Like, I don't care about this whole thing. That's not going to change what this bass is to me for what I'm going to use it for. It just sucks that what they advertise for this bass is not what this bass is. So let me answer your question by saying them saying they're going to give me $100 in credits with the company isn't what I want. I don't want to wear t-shirts and be a freaking billboard on my videos for you and you F me over. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never said anything negative about Gretsch. I never said anything negative about Fender in my history. And this isn't me covering my ass. This is just me just being real. I like the product. What I don't like is the fact that they misrepresented the product, right? If you pay for something, you expect to get what the hell you pay for, right? And it's at a price point that's suitable to everybody. $300 for a bass that you can just gig with is a great acquisition for anybody that's looking to get into the game at the beginning, or they want something new and small that way. So that's how I feel. Hopefully that answers your question. I don't know.
That does. So this Timothy Marcoux over here brings up an excellent point. On top of their $100 of merch is giving you he's basically saying that the $100 of merch that you're getting is already marked up. So the cost for them is a very small fraction of that anyways. It's not like, I guess the goal isn't like, you owe me money, but like, you're the one who brought out this, okay, we're giving you $100 of gear, but how is this going to rectify the situation? You've changed the specs now on the site after making this bass for nearly a decade over a decade without saying a peep.
Yeah, over a decade. Let's say that.
So I think acknowledgement and then at least giving the option of, hey, these pickups still exist because we used them in this other model, the G2220, the single humbucker model with a real humbucker. You want the pickups, and we'll cop the installation. Like, go to the nearest Fender or Gretsch certified shop.
Fender,
pop them in.
I like that. Fender, that's nice.
Fender.
Is that the new social platform everyone's going to now? The Twitters.
No, I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you make it with that one, Fender. That's so great. That's great, dude. Fender, nah, man, that was great. On the fly, cool.
And John here is actually saying, would humbuckers even make a difference? And yes, and it's not the matter of the tone. It's, again, getting what you paid for. So it's also, like, oh, it still sounds good.
It is a matter of the tone. And if you play this bass straight up, it's way too thick to be humbuckers. And I should have known that something was up, because when I played them straight up, tone all the way on, it sounds like a jazz bass. Well, it sounds like an Epiphone goth bass.
Oh, snap. Hold on. We got 60 cycle hum in the house. I can't talk. It's too late for talking.
What's up, Ryan?
Oh,
what's going on?
So this is the guy that's brought it up on his forums. This is the dude.
He had a podcast, and they brought up that they released a video about my video, and helped get the message out there. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you dropping in.
Well, let me put my bass down. Hold on.
Yeah, and so just right there too, if somebody wants to swap their Gretsch, not humbuckers, out, Ryan wants them to try him out on a guitar because he's a single coil guy.
Oh yeah, he mentioned he wants to put him in a guitar. Yeah, I wonder what they're going to sound like. I have one for you. I don't have a matching set, unfortunately. Things happened.
Hey, here's the thing: you don't have the MGs. MGs don't fit in there.
I haven't bought them yet.
Embassy.
Oh, the Embassy ones. Yeah, no, those are too big as well. Those are
they're big boys.
Yeah, the Thunderbird sized.
I may be talking too soon, but I still haven't done mine yet. So I'm just
my Embassy's literally in shambles back there because I'm like, shit, they don't fit. Damn it. American Thunderbird size pickups. Literally, the Epiphone ones are just like a smidge smaller, and you're just like, no.
Mine are just sitting here. This is the peek behind the curtains for everybody that's watching right now. There's some stuff a brewing, and me and Lobster are making this bisque. You know. Yeah.
Yum yum yum! I can smell it from here.
It's some funky stuff. I'm just waiting. I just
don't want it to smell funky.
Oh no! It needs to smell funky. You need to have that earthiness in there.
I'm cooking it up, and it stinks.
Hey, listen, surf and turf. Okay, you get what I'm saying?
Shake and bake.
Yeah. So I'm just we'll talk. Don't worry. We'll talk.
So Kevin here is saying that Phil McKnight mentioned this in his video, his Q&A video the other day. He did, and big shout out to Phil as well. That was awesome that he mentioned this. So this is kind of.
Did he say something about you?
Yeah, he was actually super nice. I'm like, oh crap, Phil watches my videos. That's wholesome as hell.
Oh man, you famous, Lobster. You famous, Lobster. You bigger than Sebastian.
Yeah, so just to I guess to sum up where we've gotten thus far for everyone who's just joined, we got a bunch of people in here. Wow, 132.
Are there
hey everybody
people in here?
Yeah.
Crap. Oh, 131. Wow. Okay.
Who left? Chris here's asked a great question. Actually, I said I was going to sum stuff up. I'm not yet. We're going to do more. Do more questions here. So, despite the big pickup gate issue, what's the expected? What's the expected desired result?
Yeah. Yes,
expected or desired result.
Mm-hmm. Don't be I guess big fat liars, Gretsch. Maybe that.
Yeah, from the start, I guess one result that I guess can't really be measured, but I guess more oversight to prevent something like this from happening. But in terms of something tangible and visible from the consumer, is acknowledgement goes a long way. Acknowledgement and just saying, "Hey, this happened. You know, it sucks, but it happened. Here's what we're going to do to move forwards." Having no announcement and just giving people like, "Oh, here's $100 to shut up." Like,
yeah, some under the table type foolishness. Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Something that I was going to bring up is I don't think that there's like much to do here from like a legal standpoint.
No,
as far as like, consumer protection or misinformation goes, like this is very low stakes, right? This is just like calling a pickup the wrong kind of pickup in a bass. It's not like there was arsenic in your baby aspirin or poison in your dog food or something. Like there's almost no way that anybody can measure damages from something like this. It's like you didn't miss out on a gig or it affected your performance in such a way that you lost money as a musician. So I don't know if there's even like any like legal ground here for anyone to stand on. And I think that's probably why Fender is pretty safe in not doing anything major about it.
I think it affected
Johnny
Bully
Dibble?
somehow because he didn't slap it.
That's fair.
Okay. Now, what I will say is it's the first bass that slapping didn't become the first line of defense on in my arsenal. But it's also a short scale bass. And if we go back to Lobster's bass's video, I don't think I slapped that one either. I think that I played pick as well. I can't verify, but I think I did not slap that short scale as well. I think. So I could have a thing against short scale basses in my thumb. You
just like to pick on someone your own size, you know, the tall ones you like to slap.
Oh no. I'm a bully. I pick on things
the
that
little
are
glary
shorter
though.
than me.
The itty bitty glary, you slapped that.
Oh yeah, it was like the little 26-inch glare or whatever.
Oh, that is true. I can't even fight with that same energy. I was gonna say I'm a bully. I pick on people that are smaller than me. I don't want a full size. I'm just gonna pick on that. But because I did some equal citizenship, you're just as American as me. You can catch this L too.
See these thumbs there for everyone.
Hey, listen, I don't discriminate, Red, white, blue, American. I'll slap you. That's how bars, right?
Here's a question. Say Gretsch, turned around and said, you know what, we're now going to make this bass with the humbuckers. Like we're gonna redo them all and relaunch them all. That would be cool, but it still would be cool. It doesn't fix everyone else's problem because then you're like, well, I would have held out to get one, or like, that now I'm stuck with this one. What am I going to do with this? I want to sell it and get the humbucker one.
True,
So
and then you would
have
do that.
To offer that
you would take an L to spend money with the company again, and that's kind of the model that Fender is pushing forward. They're about making money. They're a company, right? Now, am I condoning the fact that they lied about what their product is? Absolutely not. But they're a company. And if you can't hold down the person that's making the lies specifically, you can only hope to try to contain the BS in a bottle. Like if you can't grab the pencil neck person straight up, like, hey, you're messing up everything in Fender. Stop it. What
so
you know what I'm saying?
I don't think that this is basically like there's any one person to blame here, and that's kind of one of the big points that we really have to take away from this is that Fender and Gretsch are like organizations, and this is a failure of that organization. This isn't just like
there has to be a person. I don't believe that, Lob. I can't let you do that.
There is a person, but then there's another person who also dropped the ball, and then another person who continued to drop the ball.
Yeah, if they're
we're not dealing with the Globetrotters
right,
here. This is like this is Pee Wee basketball, and
this is like several people letting this go through their fingers.
You're giving this grace, and you've already started the charge. Like, I don't know if you can fade to black at this point, Lob. I don't know if you can do that. I don't think you can, because this is literally changed because you hit 80K views on your channel on one video where you call out Gretsch. This is literally a change that's because of what you did as an influencer. I don't know that you can back out. I don't know that you can back out. I don't know.
Is it the power of the lobster, or is it just the power of the truth?
Here's the thing.
Justice.
Lobster is the truth. Like you trust the claw. You like you have the bat signal. like whenever it's time to go, it's a thing that starts, and then everybody transforms, and there's shaking and there's claws and everybody is dripping of butter. I don't know why. I don't ask questions.
So Nino has a comment down here. Says, what bothers me is that Fender and Gretsch is okay with all these noisy basses with 2 bridge single coils in it. And I agree, because I don't think the price point. Nino Valenti, the Nino Valenti.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Hold on. Hold on.
So
Valenti?
I think that's a really great point, because these basses have not changed over the decade that they've been made, and I think the price point has been relatively the same as well. And the landscape for basses, especially budget basses, nowadays has changed dramatically, where your dollar gets you a lot, and there's a lot of instruments out there from other brands half the price of this bass that are much more worth it, in my opinion.
Well, here's the thing. This is where they fight, because most people don't really know these brands, and what they trust is a product that they know, right? So Gretsch is a bigger name than Glary is. Glary popped up about 3 years ago. Sire popped up about 6 years ago, right? Nobody was talking about Sire 7 years ago. If you go back in my videos, I was on SX basses before Sire even popped off with their first V7, right? I got their V7. I sold the SX bass, got my V7. And then they proceeded to exponentiate at this point. They're one of the leading cheap bass providers out. Their top bass is what, 1,500? That's a P10 or a V, not a P10, a V10 and a, what is it? The PJ one, the one you got,
the
V10, P10, right? Like that's their top of the line joint, or the M7, which is everything they possibly can throw on the bass, and that's only like 1,500. So them keeping that same price point is kind of in their favor, because no matter what the market does, if they sell the bass, you're probably going to get half of what that bass is worth.
I think that particular dynamic is changing as well, though, with the adaptation of like the global market for instruments, as well as what we're doing now, like reviewing instruments from now all over the world. And one name comes to mind. It's definitely a mixed bag in terms of people's responses to how they do things, but I can say that they've been very successful, and that's Harley Benton. When you think about, budget basses that are really good. I mean, they're not all
SX. They're the new SX bass. Yeah.
Yeah. Essentially, they've kind of taken the place where the SX basses kind of used to be like 10, 15 years ago.
Yes.
Where those basses are now like $250, $300. And at that point, you're kind of like, probably
might
not.
as well get a Fender. Yeah. I don't want to spend money on something that I don't know when I can just trust a brand name, right? But the Harley Bentons, exactly what you said. They've literally taken that whole genre of inexpensive basses, but quality for the inexpensiveness.
Yeah, you can get like 3 basses plus shipping for like under $600, and they're all like really, for the price, like pretty solid. The fretless one, like I was stoked with that one. That one's like really nice. I'm kind of getting off topic here, but so I'm talking about Harley Benton is one of those brands where the word is getting out there. People are definitely, they're getting some flack for copying other designs and stuff like that. And I think it's definitely deserved in some contexts, like that. The new PJ basses that are basically a direct Aria copy, but still, in terms of like what they're delivering, I don't see them misadvertising the pickups in their instruments. The white B450, the one that you reviewed that I have back here, video's coming soon. It's $155 and has 2 humbuckers, and they're actual humbuckers.
As far as you know.
That's a mind-blowing comment.
Exposed pole pieces.
Number one.
Big poles.
I like big
bass
poles
is
that'll
nice.
pan out
So
loud.
I'm not gonna take any HB slander. I like that bass. If I didn't have to send it to him, I would have kept that motherfucker. And I still might get a 6-stringer. Who knows?
is this the beginning of the end of the race to the bottom though? Like, how much cheaper can basses get?
That's a great question. Yeah,
because like, if you're buying a bass for $150, they can't be making that much money on them.
And also, like, the features, I think the features are going to get better before the price goes down more, because like those new basses, roasted maple necks, and I was expecting like, oh, this is going to be like 300. This is going to be top of their range, kind of in their hand series maybe. They're like the 4-strings like 160 quid over it. It's like, nothing. I mean, I don't know the process of roasting maple. Does that actually, adding that much of a cost? But you'd think that they'd up the price because it's a premium feature, and that you can't get it anywhere else, for this price. Which is,
I mean, when you
wild.
say it like that, when you say it like that, you can't get it anywhere else. You obviously can if everybody's doing it, right? So.
Well, who all does a roasted maple
at that
neck
price,
for under $300 or $400 though? Like,
or under $200. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So HB,
they're the only ones. Sire, not for under $200.
Oh, no, $200. Okay.
Yeah, those new Harley Bentons are like $150.
And I think it's worth bringing up that I think that the price of a bass is its most important feature, or at least the one that people fixate on the most.
Yeah,
like that. Like, it doesn't matter how good or whatever else it is. Like, as long as it falls in your price range, then you'll be excited about it. And I think the more I'm thinking about it, Johnny, what you said about like the features coming up before the prices do, I think that's probably pretty true, just because of how competitive things are becoming. Because like Fender kind of just enjoyed like the market leader for a long time because just nobody else had the scale. But now Tomon with their Harley Benton stuff can do things at that scale and undercut them with better features. Like, yeah, I think you're right on that.
You know what? I really think, Johnny, I'm gonna pick up a marquee bass from Harley Benton.
Oh no!
Gumby bass?
Oh no!
Gumby.
Now, this might just be because I'm so tired, but I feel a bit unwell.
That's a really interesting thing you said, Ip, that really pertains to this, because at that low price point, it's super competitive, and it only goes to show that you can't be making these mistakes like what Gretsch made. You can't be making these mistakes nowadays. The market is not as forgiving, and like there's more alternatives out there at that price point than ever before. So something like this really hurts more than ever for both the brand, for the consumer, for retailers. I mean, that's why I think it's a big deal.
I'm really excited to try out, or I want to try out more of the new Affinity range from Squier, because I really feel like when them up, I don't feel like the price inflated that much with this new range. But I thought, right, this is it. Squier are reacting to Harley Benton now. They're feeling the pressure of that competition, because let's not forget, like, the competition in the industry, it's good for the consumer. With these low prices and high quality, it's forcing everybody to meet this new standard. So it's a good thing for us. But I was hoping that would also transcend into the classic vibe range as well, and the contemporary series. The new basses that are coming out this year. I was thinking, right, they must have upped their quality, because I've always had a good experience of Squier until recently. But in the comments, and a lot of the comments in a video I did between Harley Benton and Squier Classic Vibe, loads of people are going for the Harley Bentons and saying that, the Squier, the vintage modified range, beautiful, amazing. But then I feel like their reputation's dipping a little bit now. So yeah, that's just been my experience in the comments that I've been seeing, that people aren't as happy as they used to be with Squire, and I think that they need to react to that. And I got 2 stinkers
Yeah.
of the contemporary basses, the new PJ one that they've done with PJ PH that they've done, and yeah, both of them didn't work brand new out of the box, and I decided not to review it in the end because I didn't want to go through with it again. But
yeah, that's crazy that happened. And the prices of the Squires are still, you know, continuing to rise, as are the Mexican Fenders and the American Fenders. Everything is going up and up and up, much more so than you see from the other brands. And I think that they really, like, from all the lineups, they really can't afford these kinds of slip ups, because those contemporaries, they're hovering around over here, they're around $500. They're like what, 469, 489, something like that. And that's right around where the V5 is, the P5. Those may not have the active electronics, but those
they got the dang roasted maple necks straight out the butt. Now
the contemporaries do too now.
Johnny, you have it now, right? We've fought for Johnny's justice. You have the P5, you have the P5. We've made contact in Dibbletown, and yet we've yet to get a full right now stream. What do you feel about the D5 and the P5, sir?
Well, I don't have the D5 anymore. I've now only got the P5.
You made the right choice.
I was just gonna say that exact same thing.
You did, but let's continue.
That being said, I thought the D5 was great out of the box. It didn't play as well as the P5 for me. And sound wise,
go and get the damn P5, John.
I'm just putting down this other thing.
You piece of
I got nothing.
Yeah, fight back, Johnny. Yes, fight, sir.
On the black pick guard.
Talking about, baby. Yes, fight. No, don't take this sitting down. You get up and get your bass. That's the hell I'm talking about.
Get up there.
Here's the thing.
This is the hashtag justice for Johnny in full force.
Here's the thing. Lobster, I'm still waiting on that 5-string. Just go ahead and just send her on down, and I'll slap it.
I'm waiting for it too, but hopefully soon.
Okay, cool. You ain't got it. Great. Then I don't feel bad about not having it. Great. So going back to the last subject that we talked about with Squire, I tapped out on Squire, period, because I got a vintage modified 5-string jazz bass, and that bass was the biggest piece of trash I have ever threw my thumbs on.
Wow. So my experience was pretty similar. The classic vibes were good. The vintage modifies were not really.
This is before the classic vibe even popped off. I didn't even this is before the vibe even started. This is pre-vibes. So this is like 2010, 9, somewhere in there. I got a vintage modified 5-string bass jazz joint, right? The neck was twisted. Okay. The fret ends were chopping my fingers, right? And I was coming from a 6-string Schecter Stiletto studio bass. So this is a gold hardware 6-string bass, neck through, 3-band preamp, and I'm trying to go down to a 5 because it's a little bit lighter at $330, and it's a piece of trash. I sent it back, and I haven't messed with any Squire bass until Lobster popped on the scene, and he had this Paranormal jazz bass.
Those are nice.
He had the Paranormal joint, and I knew it was going to be a banger because he did the video And the first day it got 5,000 views. I was like, oh, that's a problem. Let me get that one. I'ma slap that one. That's a flea base. Let me slap that one. I'ma slap it. He was like, slap it. I was like, that wasn't a question. If you didn't want me to slap it, you shouldn't have sent it. He was like, it's too late. It's in the mail. I was like, that's great, because I'm gonna slap it. He was like, don't break it. I was like, I can't promise anything, because these thumbs, in perspective to and he was like, crustacean, that's kind of what happened in a moment of a few seconds while we were talking. So I slapped it, and then I sent it to Rumbling Man.
Did he get? Oh, he did get the paranormal, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That thing got sent around.
Yeah, it did. It's a nasty bass, dude. Like, if I didn't have any other 4-string jazz bass, I could gig with that one. I
need to revisit that, because they had the new finishes. I wanted to get the black one with the anodized pick guard. Those are nice.
Dude,
cool.
man guy.
But
you had the butterscotch and the black though. All you got to do.
Yeah, the butterscotch was nice, but the black on the anodized.
Here's the thing though. If you would have changed the hardware to gold,
I like gold.
Oh my god. No.
Yeah, just quick shout out to Insoma down here for the Sweet Diablo 1 reference.
Quality reference.
Quality reference indeed.
Well, hey, what we should talk about is NAMM's coming up.
Oh yeah, NAMM
we are going to be face to face with the reps from these companies who have shouldered this whole debacle. I'm really curious to see what'll happen at NAMM over this.
I'm gonna try to be as small as possible, and I'm gonna hide behind Lobster. And then when they start to act like an ass, I'm gonna pop out. Hold on, I have email receipts.
And then they're gonna be having one of these on a strap, and they're just gonna be shaking it around in front of us. And then it'll drop.
Lobster's going to smash one up in front of them for content.
Why? This is trash.
Why didn't you respond to my email, you bastards?
Didn't you see my second email where I said per my previous email? Come on, guys.
Yeah, them's fighting words where I come from.
Damn.
Per my previous email, that should strike the fear of God into you, and it didn't.
Yeah. If you say as per, oh my God.
Got an perk over here. Y'all got to wear disguises. Wear the glasses with the noses and the mustaches.
You have all three of those things on your
any
face
of these
already.
big companies know
I got one built in.
How the hell am I gonna wear a disguise? I'm 6'4", 330 pounds. What the fuck am I gonna wear?
I feel like I blend in pretty good.
You can do it.
Every other person there.
Yeah, you could just like put your hair in front of your face and then just walk. Like, you good.
Listen, Bully, we have a series of wigs and disguises at your disposal over here.
I'm scared that you're going to crawl out of the screen and get me.
I know, right? Which gives Amp a whole bunch of like bass cred, and you don't even have to try. You got the ring comment. Just like you just take all your hair from the back, throw it to the front, and just walk slowly. I can't do that. If I had hair and I threw it to the front, I get shot before I even freaking walk through the door. That's way too many stimuli. What the
so
hell
Ozzy here has an interesting comment. He says, my theory is that the manufacturer in China intentionally put these pickups in the bass to maximize their profits and scammed Fender/Gretsch. That is it's possible, honestly. But the thing is,
very plausible.
Fender
don't think
and
so.
Gretsch are still responsible for the product with their name on it.
That's why I don't think that's it.
Regardless of if the manufacturer screwed them over, they in turn screwed over the customer because of their lack of due diligence there, especially when other people had brought it up to them. So it is extremely plausible that that's probably what happened. However, they had 10 years to figure it out, and it shouldn't be up to a guy in his pajamas making a video about it.
I feel like
to get them to make some action.
If this wasn't their doing, then there would have been a press release about it. Like, surely they would have called this out if they'd been scammed.
Why would they do that?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
they
it's like
have nothing. They have nothing to gain from calling out their failure. So how they handled it is exactly how you think. No, they don't care about the public. They obviously don't care about the public. What?
Well, it's like the end credits of that Monty Python movie, right? The people in charge of this thing have been sacked. The people in charge of sacking those people have also been sacked because
yes.
Do people want to see some blood in the water? Come on. Yes. Put somebody's head on the chopping block and like make an example of them. Like, here's the person responsible. Here is your sacrifice. You rabid bass guitar players.
My name is literally Bully the Kid. So if you don't know what the hell I do, you at least have the energy of what I am, right? Right? Like if you just say that sentence, Bully the Kid. In your mind, you think of a large something and a small something.
I think of the Bully Kid from the Recess TV show. Remember that show, Recess?
Big TJ fan here.
Way back.
Hold on. No. I'm a Recess fan. But I'm like, was there a bully on Recess? Hold on. So you got Spinelli, you got Gretchen, you got TJ.
Gretchen.
I feel like the only quote that I remember.
No, man, no. If you're gonna open this can, fight. Let's fight.
Listen, Recess characters.
So you got Gretchen, you got TJ, you got Spinelli, you got is it Neil or Niles? It's the one with the military dad.
No idea.
No idea.
Hold on.
What's is it Randall, the guy that's like
Randall's the freaking
the sniveling tattletale guy.
Yeah, he's freaking Mr. Burns.
Like.
He's Mr. Burns before Mr. Burns is a thing.
He grew up to become Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
Went back in time.
Okay, so Randall Weems is who you're thinking about. So we got Spinelli, you got Gretchen, Mikey, TJ, Gus is the guy that I was thinking about. Vincent, black dude, token black. King Bob, one grade
Tolkien.
above. He's token black. He's
Tolkien. We didn't. Anyone else see the South Park? No.
He's also it's Token. His name is Token Black.
No. In the most recent episode, his name was actually Tolkien, and everyone is just super racist that thinking his name was Token the whole time. He was named after J.R.R. Tolkien. It's fucking hilarious. It was the best episode of this season, and the season was awful. Terrible season, except for that episode, and there's like one or two other ones.
Oh my god, his name is Tolkien.
They just changed it for this season. It was just they're like, and they keep on going like, and you're the problem, like pointing to you in the screen.
No. Also, if you type in Token Black characters, there's gonna be a whole bunch of ridiculousness. There's gonna be Everybody Hates Chris. There's going to be Bring It On. There's going to be freaking Clueless. It's just, oh, this is sad. I was hoping to see Chef. They got Lisa Turtle in here. She ain't did nothing to nobody.
So Mark down here is asking. He's like, "Are you guys getting together at NAMM? You should plan some live streams." We are, except for Mr. Dibble, who will be there in spirit. And I hope you'll be able to come with us next time. That'll be awesome to get you over here.
You do.
That'd be cool, man. Really cool. If we hit, if we get to 10,000 subscribers, then maybe we could do it.
If we get to 10,000, anything's possible.
You're well on your way, man. You're getting close.
Hold on. You're not at 10,000? You're not?
It's because you took all the subs.
Hey,
you took them all.
listen. Everybody that's watching this right now, if you're watching this, you rock with Lobster. If you're watching this, you rock with me and Amp. Go to Dibble's page and just hit subscribe. Just hit subscribe.
It's easy. And
His
free.
content is easily as good
or
better
why wouldn't you
than
do it?
we are.
It's a no-brainer. You've got a brain, right? You've got a brain, right? Put it in the chat if you've got a brain.
Right.
In which case, you should be subscribed.
Right.
Every cool person that I know subscribes to Johnny Dibble.
I have so many sound bites that are going in every video now.
Johnny Dibble. Yeah.
Okay.
It works for me.
Oh, damn. Do it again.
When your last dibbling wasn't enough.
All right. Come in hot. Come in hot. Amp. Do it again.
What? It works for me.
Clean.
Nice.
Clean. I can take that.
There we go. Got it. It took us 2 takes, but we got it.
Got it. Yeah, man. You're gonna bring that
in a world where people drive on the wrong side of the road. One man, one bass.
Dude, I have
No
lived
prisoners.
my whole life wanting to be that guy. Let me regale you. Let me regale you in my voice. You ready? Here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Wait.
Say leave the snakes alone.
Huh?
Say leave the snakes alone. Leave the
man.
snakes alone.
Leave
My
the
darling,
snakes
I
alone.
can't get enough of your love.
Okay.
Early
All right.
Simpsons,
Coming in. I'm
snakes?
coming in hot. You got to sound bite this. You ready? 3, 2, 1. In a world where there's one man, one bass, one time, coming this summer, Johnny Dibble, like you've never seen him before. I'm done. Oh, it's so great.
Very nice. Very nice.
Why are you not like a voiceover artist?
That's true.
You 94 people who have stuck around this far have just witnessed history.
Like James Earl Jones. Yeah.
Dude, here's the thing. I looked up and Johnny was like,
It's like, I can only get so erect. Demonetized.
Well,
Shit, my knobs.
remember.
I feel like it's all downhill from here. We probably
Yeah,
ought to
man.
wrap this up.
Remember.
Yeah. I think we're approaching the tail end of this live stream. So just to recap again, Humbuckergate happened. Some solutions have been brought forth by Fender in terms of offering people $100 of Gretsch gear. We have mixed feelings of that. Those feelings were talked about earlier on. You should watch the rest of the stream. We should rewind if you want to hear those if you missed it.
Do that. Yes. Is that who is that?
can't-
What hat
I
was
can't.
that? What?
It's BB.
BB, man, she's the superstar of the
That's a
channel.
cute
Really?
little baby.
Is she purring actively?
Let me tell you, yesterday she had a fucking huge dingleberry and it stank like hell. And she walked up to me and was just like next to me, and I'm like, "What smells like shit?" And then it was the dingleberry in her pants. then we were trying to get it, and she was just getting super mad at us when we were trying to get it. Like one of us was like holding her like reverse football style with her butt sticking out. And the other person was trying to get it with like a paper towel, and she was just like biting my arm, be like, "No, leave it, leave it. It's mine, mine."
Oh my god!
That's
That's
why I like
plants.
So
It's true. I
here's
had to pull
the
a
thing.
dingleberry off of my my ficus.
So here's the thing. I feel like this little verse, like this, I want to call it a bully verse. It's not. It's not a spider verse. It's not a lobster verse. Like this collaboration of artists, this should happen a lot more. Like this should happen a lot more. The fact that we don't have a podcast is ridiculous.
Well, Johnny's got a podcast.
Everybody's got a podcast.
Yeah.
I don't have a podcast.
You should definitely have a podcast. That's yeah. I can be the token black guy because I'm the
Tolkien.
You're very qualified.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Tupperware is an original member of Coon and Friends. He's made his debut appearance in season 14, episode Coon 2 Hindsight. That's Tolkien Black cartoon character. That's on Wikipedia. I will not be Tolkien because I don't like purple. Screw you. But also, if I have to be the black person that thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. If I have to be
Last call.
if I gotta be the black person that's bringing y'all around with some affirmative action, I'm the worst person you could possibly choose because I'm not going to be politically correct, and I'm going to know I'm not because I'm intelligent.
Oh.
So,
But if you want to play, because we're on TV.
If you want to play, I'm down to play. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What? My mom doesn't watch this shit. She watches me do songs. Like she don't care. She can't see me.
I can't even get my mom to come to a gig. I don't think she'd watch a YouTube video.
Here's the thing. My mom doesn't even know I do gigs. All she looks for, she just found out that I can fucking do She just found out that I can do a YouTube video. So, whatever. I don't really care. I just cussed. My mom's gonna kill me.
Yeah, we have to go back. We have to go back and censor all of this. Not kids friendly. Speaking of, just one side rant before I go. People who don't know how to use YouTube and then list their content as, I guess YouTube is kind of misleading, but in the checkbox it's like, is this for kids? But like some people think like safe for kids. We're like, I guess my content is safe for kids, but it's not for kids, so I don't check the box. But when you check it, you become part of YouTube Kids, where it's like you're completely different.
Weird.
It's like it's for kids content.
It's weird.
Yeah, if you're not making like Elsa Spider-Man crossover content, then it's not for kids.
Maybe we could start like a Coco Melon base channel.
I mean, can you really do that? I mean, you could do a Coco Melon base.
Maybe what we should do is all of our short scale videos can be like the 4Kids thing, and then we'll have a theme song where it'll be baby bass do, 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 baby bass do, do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
We take one and we rip out the neck pickup. We saw it open.
Bridge pickup.
Bridge pickup.
I was actually just telling my brother the other day, it's kind of weird that we don't have like the weird ambient horror version of the Baby Shark theme.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need that weird like slow down with like all the reverb and shit on it. Like
Just the ominous
shark, shark,
Come join
baby shark, ring.
It's 4 a.m. I need to go back to sleep in a minute. I don't want to be going to
sorry.
sleep to this sound.
No, man. No, feel every piece of this, man. I'm a black dude doing metal.
I hear Gretsch makes a great short scale. Hey. I guess ultimately
off, dude.
That's fair.
Get pissed
Bass
off,
is fine.
dude.
Doesn't have the pickup for 7 or it.
Thank you for sharing, Black Hole. Thank you for sharing. She should get that checked out.
Why do you know that?
Sounds like a problem.
No, let's talk about why you know that.
Why he knows what old baloney smells like, or
Anyway,
his mom
guys,
smells like.
thanks so much for
thanks for watching, everybody.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all having me on the stream, man. This has been great. We definitely got to do this again. Definitely got to do it again. Hopefully not over a problem, but just chopping it up just to have a meeting of the minds, you know?
I think, how about NAMM show? Because 3 of us will be in the same room, and then we can rope in Mr. Dibble over here.
Hey, and it'll probably be even earlier in the morning.
Amp, are you going to be there? You going to be in NAMM, Amp?
No, in spirit.
Amp.
No, I'm going to be there physically.
Oh, Amp is. I thought you meant Dibble.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
I got my bassist confused.
That's gonna be
yeah.
I gotta figure out a way
there.
to get some drums popping off. So we need to jam. Here's what I want. This is what I want. I want a situation where there's a bass player, there's a lead guitar player, and there's a drummer. I want to jam. If there's a possibility, Anderton's is gonna be in the building. All I want to do is jam. You can't say that because Rabia can be there, Pete can be there, the captain can be there, Chapman can be there. Like, they're selling instruments. So if there's an opportunity for us to jam, better believe I'm freaking pushing that opportunity. I'm gonna be aggressive as hell. I am.
Start those DMs now.
Dude. Like, I can't be Victor Wooten. I can't be Marcus Miller. Well, what I can do is make dope shit happen. And I just need a second to make it happen. I just need a second. That's it.
Heard it here.
What we can do is meet Victor Wooten.
I did that.
Stand there awkwardly as I wait for him to finish talking with someone
else.
Man,
so I can be like, F that. Nah.
Hi, Victor. I'm a big fan.
Nope. I met Vic. I met his bass player. What's his name? Anthony Willington. Anthony Willington. That's on my channel. We were coming back from Mexico. He was coming back from Mexico. I was like,
oh shit,
that's a Federa bass. And he was like, yeah. Wait. Why have I seen you? He was like, I'm a professional bassist. I was like, you play for Victor? He was like, yes. Anthony Wellington? He was like, yeah. Can I see? I don't believe you. Can I see your bass? He was like, yeah. He unzipped it. It was the Federa Emperor series. I said, Meanwhile, my wife is looking at me like, get your shit together. And I'm sitting there, I'm like,
like, you have a bass at home. Get back in.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's the meme though, right? Well, we have basses at home, and then the basses at home are Gretsch.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what the hell I say. So I did it, and then I was talking to him, and I got his number. He's out the DMC. He's closer to you, Lobster, than he is to me. If I can, just wait, man. I don't want to be a fanboy, so I'm giving it some time before I call him because I don't want to be a fanboy. I don't want to, but I got his number. It's in my phone right now. It's right here.
I'm just waiting the 3 days. That's the appropriate amount of time.
I got to, because I don't want to be a fanboy. I'm freaking YouTube, man. I'm a god dang dynamo. I'm not just a regular person.
Just text him. Hi, can I play your Federa? Who's this?
No, I did. I slapped it immediately. Like it was an involuntary action. I was like, "Oh, is this the emperor right here?" I was like, my finger immediately did. I was like, It was
I like to think there's another personality living in your thumb controlling you.
So wait. So he watched me.
I am in control now.
I was holding the bass, and I was like, "Oh man, this is 24 frets. Okay, 5 string. This is great. Bing, bing, bing. Like it was a triplet, real quick. Bing, bing, bing. He was like, I was like,
Give that back.
yeah.
What did he do to you?
Bing, bing, bing. Like, it was real quick. It was quick, man.
So
it was cool. He was cool as hell, though. Yeah, it was a great time.
Before we sign out, Mr. Hello, it's me has made an excellent suggestion for perhaps a topic for the next little bass hang chat. I can't call it a bass hang. Sorry.
You can call it whatever the hell you want to.
Wait,
I'm at 57 now. You can call it whatever the hell you want to.
This whatever this is.
This is
The
the
next
bass
time we should talk
thematic
about
universe.
ugly basses.
The lobster bisque.
The
The bisque chat.
This has got to be the bass verse,
The seafood boil.
the ultimate crossover episode.
Wigan.
Yeah, I could talk about a lot of ugly basses. I love them.
I can
hate
think of
them.
one that Johnny would say right now.
Is it a certain Harley Benton?
It might be. I don't know. Which one do you think?
I can't even say the name. I don't want to say it because I might throw up in my mouth.
That's crazy. Here's the thing. It's a
excuse me. Marble. Oh.
I called it the Marqueef one time.
I'm so glad I pushed you to that point.
So got the prime chat. It's not. That's that. Yeah. We'll save that topic for the. This line of conversation for this next stream because
I would love to talk about ugly basses, please. Now, what I do need to say,
let it be. It is written.
Okay, so what I do need to say is you can't talk about the Meteora. You can't.
Well, I don't think the Meteor is ugly at all.
Here's the thing. I've seen some stuff out there.
I've seen things, man.
I've seen things, my friend, and people are not happy. And I'm like, why?
Because it's not a P or a jazz bass.
It kind of seems like a Tabor that actually balances.
Yeah. What the fuck? Imagine that. There are negatives to this bass, but there are far more positives to this bass than there are negatives. But if they did fix these 2 negatives, nobody would have anything to say other than you went with a vintage headstock rather than some newfangled ridiculousness.
The katana needs the katana headstock.
Ooh, I love the katana. I would pick one of those up in a heartbeat.
There's one for sale. I'm pretty sure in the UK right now, used on Reverb, and I'm like,
The only thing I want is a fretless. I just want that fretless sire. That's the only bass I'm missing in a 5-string version. That's really all I want. I want that fret like me, because I just posted a video where I'm playing the fretless sire and I'm slapping it. I don't have that sound in any other bass. That's the only bass that I want, and I want it in a fretless 5. Like it's perfect exactly how it is, but I want it in a 5. And I'll swap the bridge to an all bridge bridge and leave everything. Ooh, maybe hip shot tuners. And I'll leave everything else standard. Yeah. I think.
Oh shit. Before we end. Last minute, we got to make this fast. The Joe Dart 2.
Oh, yeah. How did we get 2 hours into this and not even bring that up?
Yeah. I ordered one of the first batches. It ships tomorrow or Thursday.
You're going to have a Joe Dart 2?
I'm so glad.
Joe Dart 2.
Wait. So am I first on the list or am I like second?
Oh, dude, no. Yeah, Lobster will absolutely give you the link to his review video first.
Amp,
yeah, you'll definitely be able to.
Amp.
He's going to give you $100 discount on one.
Amp.
$100 gift card to the Lobster store.
To the Lobster store.
Get your Lobster swag.
Can I mute these motherfuckers, man? All right. Am I second on the list? Am I third on the list? If I don't get to slap this thing,
I think
I'm gonna hold this against you.
The list is a lie, man.
Lobster, I will fucking fight you.
No more government subsidies for lists.
Listen, the one thing I'm going to say about the Joe Dart 2, though, I feel like they're not going in the right direction because the first Joe Dart, you had one knob.
Yeah.
You had the one big volume knob. Then they had the short scale with no knobs. Now there are 2. This is the wrong direction. We need negative knobs.
I was hoping that there wouldn't even be a neck on it.
Oh, just play from the bottom.
It's in the way.
It needs to be more reductive. Like, take more away.
The short scale was getting there.
Now, what I need to know is, am I going to be the second person to get this? Because I need to slap this. Amp, you're joking, Johnny. Go away. Do I need to be like I'm the second person on this thing, right? Emma, you got to send it to me. You got to. I'll send you Goldie if you send me that one.
Okay. Now you're talking.
All right.
Now you're talking.
Let's go. Yes.
I'm very much looking forward to your review. I'm glad you picked one of those up.
Yeah.
The one thing I gotta say, it seems like Music Man has definitely caved to the will of the what was it? The potentiometer patriarchy, giving it 2 pots, 2 volume pots. What is this? They're caving to the will of the potentiometer patriarchy. Can't have it.
Potentiometer patriarchy.
Sure, they may have taken down the capacitor caliphate, but
okay. One thing I will say, Joe Dart 1 versus Joe Dart 2, the video for Joe Dart 1 was much better. I felt like the release video, the Wolfpack video for the Joe Dart 2 was not anywhere near as entertaining.
Yeah, the first one was amazing.
Like the first one, like every line from that is hilariously quotable. The second one, I don't actually remember a single thing they said.
I just remembered how good the bass sounded. I'm like,
it does sound really good.
But you can't adjust anything about the damn bass, which is
you can adjust the volumes.
You can just play it, right? And it's supposed to be the slap machine, they said, so that should be right up your alley, bully.
Here's the thing: this is the slap machine. I don't know if you understood.
You talking about the bass or yourself?
Yes. So I'm not sure. Johnny, really, Johnny, seriously, let's talk about it, okay? Yeah, it's good. This is the way. It's 18 volts, Johnny.
Woo.
Well,
not enough volts.
Where does it end?
Listen.
Where does it end? I want a car battery hooked up to my bass to power those electronics.
I mean, you can use potatoes. tomatoes.
Bully has a
Tomato.
Duracell sponsorship.
Yeah, actually, Amazon is actually coming in. That's the thing. So let me get that Joe Dart, and you can put your hands on Goldie. Feel that's an even exchange, right? Tunes at the bottom. It's a good time. You should probably dabble. You know what the first one was like. It's disgusting. You know it. This
good.
is the sister. She's hotter.
I'm totally gonna harp on the Joe Dart's controls. I'm like, look, too many knobs. This is too confusing. What's going on here?
It needs to ship with like an IKEA style manual where it just has like cryptic pictures of people looking confused about how to things like operate. Like
mine or his?
Oh, on the Joe Dart bass.
On the
Joe Dart bass.
Well, the
Yeah.
instructions say it has
no
like
tone.
tone.
No tone, dude.
So it'll have a picture of a guy like
here's the thing: is it hum canceling?
I think so.
Yeah, they're just
if it's hum.
Are they selling it with single coil pickups or humbuckers though?
I think there's
Hashtag Humbuckergate.
you fell.
Where's my paper? Where's my paper?
You fell for it. So it could be split coil, single coils.
Yeah, I think they're just straight up single coils. Yeah,
I don't know, because if they're hum canceling single coils, that would be interesting.
So what Music Man does usually is they'll have a ghost coil or a dummy coil, like in the humbucker singles of the old Stingrays and Sterlings. The single coil pickup has a ghost coil that's under the pick guard that are under. It's like in the body somewhere. So when you're in single coil mode, it still is hum canceling.
Does it do something like that in the Big Al? Because it's similar.
In the Big Al, Big Al.
Because it's single coils like that too, right?
It is. Yeah, it's dead quiet. I forget what they do with the Big Al, honestly.
Or do they just use the extra errant pickup as a dummy coil when you've got it in a single pickup?
I think they might do. I don't know. Well, they might be stacked.
I happen to have a Big Al.
He does.
Exactly.
The Big Al.
I don't. I'm Big Al, and also
hey.
I don't do that. But
I always think Al Borland. I always think Al Borland when I hear Al.
Al Gore.
Al Borland. I don't think so, Tim.
I don't think so, Tim.
Anyway, it's been 2 hours of wonderful chit chat between us four discussing many of the hot topics of bass today. And with that, we are going to be signing off. Big thank you to Amp, Johnny Dibble, and of course our dear friend Bully the Kid and his Big Al. I need to send you that pick guard. Actually, I have the pick guard over there. I have it.
Yeah, man. I need that black one, bro. Need that black one.
But anyways, thanks everyone who signed or tuned in to watch. I hope you found this update informative. I'm going to make a small update video later this week about just summarizing everything that we talked about today. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and we'll probably do this again soon. But thanks all, and until we groove again.